Bitcoin hit 35,000. That came really out of nowhere the last few days.
First of all, anytime the market's up or the market's down, I can always say with 100% certainty why, which is rare because it's hard to know. The crypto market is always
CBDCs. This is something everyone's talking about.
You know, if this is a tool that the US uses to do similar things to what others like the Chinese have done, would be, I think, a terrible outcome for all of us. So people would approach me, tell me why I should want Bitcoin. I'm like, you shouldn't. And they're like, huh? I'm like, it's not for you. What if you lived south of the border? What if you lived in the developing world where you probably don't have a bank account, you don't have access to basic financial services, and you live in a country where your money was worthless from one day to the next, and moving money around is very complicated, and you got family overseas, that are working. Oh, you're not one of those people. You are so blessed and fortunate that you don't even realize how lucky you are. There's billions of people on the planet that don't have those basic things.
How do you get people to really listen to the message that it all starts with the individual change, with your own consciousness, with loving yourself?
Well, that's all you really have power over at the end of the day too, right? Is yourself. Be the change you want to see. I refuse to be ignorant. I choose to do the best I can, and I strive to be even better tomorrow, every day. I see a potential future where we're living abundantly, freely, joyfully, without all this division and harm and hurt and pain and suffering. And that future depends on you. It's possible. So let's do that.
The world is changing. Inspiration is everywhere. It has never been so easy to connect, share, and bring people together. We're learning from others and finding the best in ourselves. Challenging our beliefs, sharing our vulnerability, overcoming our fears, transforming ourselves so we can transform the world. How far can we go?
This is London Real. I am Brian Rose. My guest today is This is London Real. I am Brian Rose. My guest today is Brock Pierce, the blockchain pioneer, investor, futurist, and philanthropist. You have an extensive track record of founding, advising, and investing in disruptive businesses and have been credited with pioneering the market for digital currency, raising more than $5 billion for companies you founded. You were an early investor in Bitcoin and one of the largest investors in the Ethereum crowd sale, while also being a founding member of the Bitcoin Supper Club back in 2013. You are the chairman of the Bitcoin Foundation and co-founder of the EOS Alliance, Block One, Blockchain Capital, Tether, and Mastercoin. You believe we are experiencing the fourth industrial revolution and that blockchain and cryptocurrency will completely transform the world we live in. You have said the recent Bitcoin rally is being driven by speculation connected to a Bitcoin ETF and illustrates how Congress finally recognizes that the American people should have access to this revolutionary investment opportunity. Brock, welcome to London Real.
I'm glad to be here. And shortly after, we just did something similar in Dubai.
Yeah, you're following me to London because we sat down on stage literally 8 days ago in Dubai and had an amazing conversation. Everyone seemed to be kind of hanging on the words toward the end. We started in crypto and ended in consciousness. And there was something happening in that room.
And we've had a big bull run since then.
I know, since then. So we got all sorts of stuff to talk about. I'll probably start with Bitcoin and end with consciousness again today. But yeah, let's talk about the news, because getting your perspective on this recent pop is crucial, because you have been there and done that and seen this whole evolution. And obviously the bear market last year, Bitcoin hit 35,000. It's still above 34,000. That came really out of nowhere the last few days. What do you make of this happening? What do you see that other people don't see? What should people know This is the high since May 22. It's a big moment for crypto.
Yeah, so first of all, anytime the market's up or the market's down, I can always say with 100% certainty why, which is rare because it's hard to know. But it's pretty basic. There were more buyers than sellers or more sellers than buyers. Now, what motivated those actions?
Yeah, that's what you say on Wall Street.
Beyond that, I mean, it's anyone that really claims to know, you probably shouldn't take too seriously.
Agreed.
But generally, the main driver of this was speculation of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, U.S. regulator, approving a Bitcoin ETF. For nearly a decade, it's been being worked on. The Winklevoss brothers having really pioneered the first filing, and now the BlackRocks of the world, having filed to do this. So it's come a long ways. And you had a U.S. regulator, the commissioner of the SEC, Gary Gensler, had really, and not just him, and they've been blocking all attempts for a decade. But Gary, having really taken it the furthest, where he became the most active, what I'd say, regulator, not acting with guidance from the legislative branch of the U.S. government or Congress, but regulating the industry through enforcement and murky, ambiguous enforcement. The industry had continually been seeking guidance or clarity from government. Where are the lines?
Yeah.
How do we operate